Hey you guys. Hopefully you all are doing well. It's Wednesday, so I do have another just pop up open chat. If you have questions, let me know. If you're new to my channel, I'm a corporate recruiter, so I've been having these just open chats so that if you do have job related questions, you have interviews coming up, whatever's kind of going on, you can stop in, ask them if you would like to. I also answer other questions, just general questions, or if there's just things you're wondering about me or my content or anything like that, happy to talk about it as well. So that's what these open chats are about. It's just hopefully a way for us to get to know each other a little bit better and also allow the space for questions if you have them. Um, Also, please disregard. I've been using my AirPods, so if the audio sounds off, let me know, give me the feedback. Because if that's the case, I'll go back to using my microphone that I don't really love, but I will use it if it makes for a better experience. I also have a mic where I can put it on my shirt or attach it to myself. I don't love that, but if I need to use it, let me know. Hey, the Love Empire. Oh my gosh, I never see you in here. Nice to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Laura, Laura is in here. I love Laura. Laura is like on time. Hey, how are you, Laura? I hope you're doing well. Happy hump day, you guys. And I'm trying to not say guys. Happy hump day, y'all. I'm trying to be very open because a lot of times when people are saying like, hey, you guys, it's a room full of women or, or people that would self gender themselves as a woman, whatever. We're in this space where it's very everyone's very sensitive to that. So trying to deprogram myself from saying that. Yes, you did make it to a live. Rice and Beans is saying, I've got a general question. What's too tall when it comes to dating in men? What's too tall? Uh, I mean, I'm 5'5", so I don't know, maybe a giant person that's like 7 feet tall, but I really don't care. I've never thought about what's too tall. I've only ever thought about what might be a little too short, which would be, I think most women are like at least their height and above. That's my stance on it. I don't know if I've ever heard a woman say, "Oh my gosh, that guy's too tall for me. Too tall. Can't handle it." Hi, Michael. Welcome in. Let me know if you have any questions for me. First time seeing you here, but welcome. Cassandra, hey, shout out to a member. I always normally have at least one or two members pop into my live chat. So shout out to you. Thank you for joining. How are things going? It's Wednesday. We're almost through this week. I've been having the time this week because some of you know if you follow my Instagram, I moved up in level to aerial silks or aerial fabric. So I've been I've been to two classes this week and I am hurting and I have one more class this week and then I'm back hopefully to my normal schedule next week, but still intermediate stuff. So it is a lot more challenging. You look so much like Gabrielle Union. Wow. I've never gotten that before, but Gabrielle Union is gorgeous. So I will take it. But I don't really think I look like her. I don't know if I look like I'm trying to think of any celebrity. I really don't, which I don't mind. I just my own classic self. But I do appreciate it. Gabrielle Union is beautiful. So thank you, Michael. I'm new. What's your channel all about? So my channel is evolving. My channel started out as a channel to help people that are looking for jobs to find jobs. So I would really focus on side hustles, different ways to find a job, different ways to interview, different interview tactics, compensation, how you talk about salary, and yada yada. Now I still handle those type of topics, but I'm also doing topics about makeup and just open discussions about different social topics and things of that nature. So it's a mix. Hey, Teddy. Welcome in, Teddy. How are you? Rice and beans is interesting. I had someone say 6'8". 6'8". I don't know if I've met anyone that's 6'8". I'm assuming they would be a basketball player. I don't know if I would personally want to date a basketball player. I don't know why I just randomly got that accent, but I don't think I would like it. Uh, I'm generally speaking, if I met a man and he happened to be a basketball player, I think I would just ask him a different set of questions than I normally ask people. But I don't know. That's a different type of lifestyle, right? But 6'8", I don't know. It is all depends on the person, I suppose. Um, Michael saying nice. Recruitment, yes, I'm a recruiter by trade. That's where most of my experience is. I've had some experience in HR and learning and development in some other areas, but I always come back to recruitment. So that's what we like to talk about. Hello, Pal Pal. Welcome. How are you? What's up, Pal Pal? How is Italy? How are things there? Oh my gosh, Pal Pal. Was this yesterday? I think it was Monday. Me and my friends had gone to Italy, and I was looking at a video of us on the gondola ride, and I was like, "Oh, this is so cute. I have to go back. I really want to go back to Italy." Michael says, "What's the best way to answer the where do you see yourself in 10 years?" 10 years? Who's asking this? Where have you been in 10 years? Normally it's 5 years, but 10 years. Okay. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Like, why do they ask that? It's so frustrating. What's the meaning behind the question? What do they really want to know? Okay, a couple of things with this, Michael. A part of it is sometimes I will tell you, interviewers just have a set of questions and they're just asking them, right? To keep the conversation going, to fill up the time, right? Sometimes. Now, tell me, where you see yourself in 5 or 10 years. That's more so trying to understand what are your career goals. So I think a better question, I really wish people stop really asking that question and just say, what are your career goals? They're trying to understand, are you going to be a long-term fit in the space that you will be joining? So if you're trying to join a company as a staff accountant, and you were to say in 5 years or in 10 years, I see myself leading a marketing function at a PR firm, and you're interviewing at a place that's nothing like that, and you're interviewing for an accountant job, they're going to feel some type of way about that. They're going to think, okay, either they're going to ask follow-up questions of you, or they're going to think, maybe they're not a fit for the job. Again, I don't love that question. I think the best way to address that question is to be pretty open, but then still give us like specific place where you want to be. Like, I imagine right now, I'm a recruiter. I would love to expand into learning and development and recruiting, or have a talent management function at some point, but right now I'm really trying to learn as much as I can in this industry. Try to relate it to the job that you're trying to get, right? So relate it to something that you know about that company, relate it to your industry. Just make sure, I think where people get tripped up is if they just say something completely different. And so sometimes the hiring manager is just like, do they want to work here? They said they want to work at a entertainment agency and we're an accounting firm. Those are just some thoughts. Again, I don't like that question. I really don't. Let me see. Rice and Beans says, I saw Gabrielle Union on The View recently. She looked good, but slightly different. I think she got some very slight work done. Well, the woman is like 50 years old. So I think she might even be 51 now. So yeah, she just has a baby face. Gabrielle Union has such a baby face. And a lot of people say Ryan Destiny looks just like her. I do see the resemblance. They look very similar, both very pretty girls. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. She's like 50 and she still looks she probably is just now feeling the pressure to look younger because she just always had a baby face and doesn't seem to age, which is very strange. It's not super strange because a lot of women of color, especially Black women, will age gracefully. Um, it's kind of like a common thing if when you're seeing Black families and stuff, and you're like, oh, you're shocked that someone's, you know, 60 and they don't look their age. But Gabrielle Union, she just has really good genes. I don't know. LeBron is 6'8". Yeah, LeBron. I mean, yeah, 6'8". That sounds good. I'm team LeBron. Let's go. I think LeBron though, he got some work done on his like he was balding for a bit and then he got I don't know if he got implants or what happened, but his hairline started looking really nice again. So I don't know. It's so interesting how many cosmetic procedures men and women are getting today. Um, Pow is saying, "I'm fine, Jessica. What about you? When do I want to come in Italy? Like tomorrow, like literally book the ticket, coming tomorrow. I can work from Italy. That's how I feel right now. That is literally how I'm feeling. What is the weather like there in Italy though? Is it like on the cooler side? Because it's spring, and I just remember when I went, I think it was later. It was like April. I know it was Holy Week, so I think it was April right before Easter. So in Ireland, they always ask 10 years. I think that's such a silly question, Michael, but really the reason that people are asking that question is just to really get a sense of, okay, where do you want to be long term? Is it going to be related to something that they have going on at that company or not? That's basically it. And again, other people may just ask the question because it's a common question to ask. So they just ask the question. And it's really no rhyme or reason to it. I have not worked with folks in Ireland. I did work under a CEO who happened to be Irish, fresh, like came straight from Italy to our St. Louis office. And I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know. We never really asked that question, to be honest with you. Oh, you're here? Aw. Well, thanks for joining. Any thoughts on the BRRR or real estate? I look, that is not my forte. If King Akil is in here, he can answer that question for you because he's taking real estate classes. If King Akil is here, I don't know if he is. Lots of people seem to be talking about it lately. I mean, here's the thing though with the real estate market. Um, I don't really know what's going to happen in the short term. I will always say real estate seems to be a good investment because technically you can create more land because people are creating islands of things, but you can't, like, generally, you can't create more land. So people need somewhere to live and somewhere to sell things and somewhere to, do recreational activities and all of these people need places to park. So real estate is a great investment. So people are always going to be talking about it and talking about some new strategy. I think people are just talking more about real estate because people are panicking about what is going to happen with the new interest rates and everything going on with the economy. A lot of people are just really worried. So it's a great time to sell real estate courses because real estate's always there. You can always say it's a great investment. It's always different things you can do, different strategies. So, I mean, it's kind of like pick one and go with it, right? Michael says, do they know if you lie on your resume? By lie, oh gosh. Michael, I hope you're not lying on your resume. I'm going to finish reading your statement though. By lie, I mean a little thing here or there, maybe altering the dates you work somewhere, or skills, etc. Just small things, little white lies. Uh, so yes, you can definitely get caught in a lie, and I will tell you a couple of different ways. So with skills, I'll start there. I've had numerous examples of candidates placing skills that they did not have on their resume or skills that they barely even knew on their resume, right? Like, oh, I know Salesforce. I used it that one time. Well, should you really be putting that on your resume, especially for a job that is requiring it and you to have extensive experience, right? So you're going to be asked questions. So anything you put on your resume, that is going to be fair game. And I would say resume, application, cover letter, covering all of that. That is fair game for people to ask you about it. So if I say, hey, I can program in C sharp, C++, Python, like I have all of these like programming languages in the bag. I've done it before. I'm putting it on my resume. That would be fine. If I took one course and I kind of know the names and I put it on my resume, I'm going to be asked about it. And when you can't really talk to something, you're going to run into issues. I can share an example. I've had a number of SEO or search engine optimization focused roles. And I have had a candidate where they had all of the right words in their resume. They could even talk the lingo for a bit. But once you do a deep dive with someone or you have to take an assessment, etc., that is going to come out. So it's not right to lie on your resume. Now, do you want to make sure you use the right language on your resume to make sure that you're effectively marketing yourself accordingly, like using terms like I led this or I executed XYZ versus I did this? That's something that you can do. The dates of employment that you worked at a place, I would assume, if I have a resume, I'm going to try to get the dates as close as I can, even if they're not exact, because a lot of companies, a lot of large companies in particular, will have background checks where literally they're just checking your dates of employment and different information that you've provided to them. So personally, I would keep it on the safe side when it comes to employment dates, places of work, and skills that I'm listing on my resume. Hopefully that answers your question. And again, this is coming from a recruiter. And I've applied for plenty of jobs, gotten multiple jobs. I've worked throughout college. I worked during high school for a bit. There were times where I worked multiple jobs. So I have the experience as a job seeker, getting asked questions, and also as a recruiter, finding people and interviewing folks, and also getting direct feedback from hiring managers for all types of roles that you can imagine. So just play it on the safe side, Michael. Be careful. Let's see. The Love Empire says yes, she does. Are you talking about Gabrielle Union? Michael says asking for a friend. Asking for a friend. Nice save. Put that in there. Okay. Papa says I'm 5'9". I think it's something like that. I'm one. What? Oh, you're like talking in centimeters. So we normally just go by feet over here in the US. I know you have held several HR titles. So what are your thoughts on being an HR recruiter compared to being an HR generalist? So for me, I think it just depends on what someone wants to do. So the generalist work is cool if you just like to have a mix of things that you might do in a day, while also a mix of things that you know you're going to do in a day. Like, for example, when I was HR generalist, I knew payroll was going to come on certain dates, right? I knew I would generally get benefits questions at certain times. We knew when the benefits enrollment period was and when to expect certain things like that. On the other end of that, you could get surprises. Let's say someone was a former employee and they want to sue the company for some reason. Well, now you have to work with legal and you have to do this and this and this. Let's say a manager comes to you and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm tired of this person. I just want to fire him right now. Whoa. It's like you have a lot of different instances of issues that can come your way that you need to work through. So I think for someone that really likes employee issues, like to have a lot of variety in that way, it could be a great role. I think you get a better understanding of an organization. In a generalist function, you really get to work with the employees directly. as they're going about their day to day, making sure people are performing well, have everything they need to operate, and at the end of the day, make the business money and make sure the business is running and operating smoothly because the people are all taken care of, right? On the recruitment end, I like recruitment more. I think it's because I like to meet new people. I think it's the networking side of me that likes recruitment because you are constantly kind of scoping out new talent, trying to figure out who could be a fit for the company, meeting new people, meeting new hiring managers. You get a sense, you get an even better sense of the organization, I think, because you're actually figuring out what the company's goals are long term and how to find the right people to meet the goals that they have. And you get to know the why behind a lot of things that are going on. So I felt like as a recruiter, I had, have a lot of insight and had a lot of insight in all of my roles. With HR generalists, you kind of just focus on your department a lot of times, depending on how the company's set up. So again, for me, recruitment, it just gives you a lot of flexibility. It's pretty much the same process wherever you go, give or take some things in terms of selection and recruiting, but it's fun for me. And I used to like going to events as well. So you could be a diversity focused recruiter or a university recruiter and you're meeting, college students and all that good stuff. I used to enjoy that a ton. So it's just different, different aspects of the job. But then also you meet all these people, you have these relationships built with them. But at the same time, you don't really see them as much after you place them in the job. Now, most people come back to me and they're like, "Hey, how you doing? Thank you for, everything, yada, yada." And I love that, but you don't really follow them as closely after they get the job. It's like, "All right, you got the job. I got you in here. We got you going. Good luck. Stay in touch," right? So that's kind of the differences from my end and why I like recruitment. But there are some aspects of being a generalist that I also like as well. You could cool the weather. Pow Pow is so funny. You're funny, Pow Pow. Um, Michael said, yeah, okay. So tell your friend, Michael, tell your friend, we're no little lies on the resume. Just keep it honest, keep it transparent, but at the same time, write the resume in a way that markets yourself very well. So don't leave off skills where you're like, okay, I'm kind of a beginner at this skill, but I know enough where I can effectively talk about it enough. Whereas, oh, I saw this thing one time, or oh, I've used ADP that one time, I can put it in here, and don't just, let your resume be a bunch of skills that you don't even have. Right? So that's what I wanted to get across to you. Hopefully I did, Michael. Okay, so Marshall Marcus says, OMG, yeah, I'm so happy I caught this live. I always have to watch the replays. Oh, really? Thank you for catching the replays. So the last one I did, some of my replays will be only available for members depending on the topic. So I've been leaving up the job seeker kind of open chat up for everyone, but some of the topics I do, like recently I had the masculine and femininity conversation. I put that on members only. I may change it, but hopefully you catch that conversation. I tend to do it the next day, so try to catch it quickly, but sometimes my lives, you'll see them today and then it's gone tomorrow because if I get some weird comments and things, or if it's just like a touchy subject, sometimes I'm just like, I don't want to deal with this, whatever. This is, it's not even worth it. Members, I know y'all support me, so you're gonna always have access. Michael films, it depends. Don't lie so much. Pow Pow is so funny. Pow Pow. Pow Pow says, don't lie so much. Don't say you were the president of the United States of America. Yeah, don't be a politician with your resume, right? We're not being politicians. We're not saying, yeah, we can do X, Y, and Z, and then you get in there to the job and you don't do it. You're not a politician. right? You can't just say, hey, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z and yada, yada, yada when I get this job and not do it. No, you're going to need to do it. We don't get that luxury like politicians do. The most political comment you might hear me say. I'm not gonna say I'm fluent in Arabic and something very obvious. Right, exactly. Because you're gonna have to prove it. And again, you will have to prove it either in a conversation and answer a bunch of questions, answer follow-up questions from someone. They may get into the nitty-gritty and you're like, no, I saw it one time. I only saw it one time. I haven't used the skill in 10 years. I don't know. And you're going to get caught in a lie. And then at that point, the hiring manager will be like, well, can I even trust this person? Right? So you definitely don't want that scenario. So just keep it honest, right? um, Assalamu alaikum. That's the only Arabic that I know as well. That would be great to learn. I would love to learn Arabic. It would be really challenging. I'm kind of focused on some other things right now, but one day I might have to start learning Arabic or something. I think Chinese would be good to learn too, or Japanese would be interesting. Just for me, it's like learning the characters is the intimidating part. Pao says I'm a troublemaker. And Michael's a filmmaker. I get that. Michael films. I do recruit producers. So if you do have like Adobe Premiere skills and all of that, you may want to find me on LinkedIn and connect, because I always need a good producer, good storyteller, right? That's always the best. The producers and their tips and their conversation hasn't really rubbed off on me. I try to learn, but I'm just not a producer. I don't use Adobe Premiere. My production skills are very basic, very basic. And it takes me a long time to create videos because it's just not my forte. It's just not. I'm working on a video right now on, it has to do with companies and sponsorships. And this video, like I have so many videos where I'm like, I edit and then I come back to it and I edit and I come back to it. And it's just not my thing. It doesn't give me joy to edit, but the end goal is what I think about. Like, I need to do this so that I can get it out there for people to see it. It may not be the prettiest thing to look at, but the information is there. That's how I feel at the end of the day. Samri, hey, how are you? How are you doing? Cassandra says, thank you for the feedback. You're so welcome. I hope things are going well for you. If you ever have questions about, like, HR roles, recruiting roles. Now, I haven't held every HR role. I'm not into benefits heavy. I am not into employment law heavy, immigration. Like, I've touched on those things. So I think for generalists, if you have an interest in a lot of different areas, HR generalist would be the way to go, because you get exposure to some different things and you can figure out, okay, this is what I want to specialize in, right? And HR generalists typically get more, general projects. So I did more projects, both short and long term, when I worked as an HR generalist versus as a recruiter. Like I talked about in the recruiting video, your job is recruiting. That's your main job. You may take on some different projects, do some other activities, but that is your main job. All right, so I've been on here for a minute. Let me see the comments and see if I missed anything. Hi, MLW Fishing Man. MLW Fishing Man, welcome in. Pow is just laughing. He's just like having a good time in the comments. Well, I'm still in school. Haha. Next year I go to film school. Oh, you go to you're in high school. Oh my gosh, you're a baby. You are a youngster. The beauty of making films as a director is that you work for yourself. That is true. I have dated a producer. Yeah, they like their autonomy. So that is a beautiful thing. Hi, Gadget Goddess. How are you? Saying everyone, hoping everyone is well. Okay, so I think I'm going to close this down, but I will give it a minute or two for any last questions, any last comments, You have to tell me what is going on in your life right now. Right now, I am ready for this weather to get warm. Like, I am ready for the warm weather. We had a couple days that were super nice in the South, and now it's just like very windy and chilly. So I'm like, come on, 70s, come on, 70s, consistent weather. That's how I'm feeling right now. Michael says I'm young. Yeah, you are young. You are very young. God bless youth. Yes, that is the future, right? Okay, so tomorrow we are going to talk about something. Something. I think we're talking about the man that made his office his home. I want to say that's what we're talking about tomorrow because I don't have a fitness class. I have a free evening. Hey, what are we talking about tomorrow? Okay, yes, we're talking about that tomorrow because I titled it Rent is Getting Higher, but the income isn't. So we're going to talk about this scenario of the man that, hey, was like, now give me a raise. Rent is getting high, it's expensive. I'm just going to move into the office. We're going to talk about that. And we're just going to have a discussion and see how people feel about it, share my thoughts on it. But yes. Is he well known? Oh, I'm not going to share the name. No way. No names on here. I don't even, to be honest with you, if I am dating someone, I don't share them like on social media or anything unless if I think it's serious, then I probably share, but no. I share with my family, but no. Social media doesn't need to know. Hey, better tomorrow. Oh, it's been a while. Hey, how are you? What's new? It's been a while. I haven't seen you. Teddy is saying peace out. The producer guy. Yeah, yeah. No, no. We're friends. We're like YouTube friends, or we're not that close of friends. If you get what I mean. No, no. And plus I don't make enough on YouTube for that type of conversation. This isn't a Trisha Paytas. I think that's her name. Trisha Paytas. It's not that kind of, content. She gets paid to open you all into all of her business. We're not doing that. I feel like even if I did get paid her type of money, I'd be like, no, no. I'd be like a Beyonce, like, no, no, you get this little bit, and yeah, we're good. That might be bad, but I like my personal, I don't know, I just like my personal space. At least what actors did you work with? Maybe Gabrielle Union. Michael really wants to know. I'm pretty sure they did not work with Gabrielle Union. I don't even honestly, Michael, I don't really think I look like Gabrielle Union, but hey, I will take that compliment because again, she's just gorgeous. That's probably because there's not I'm trying to think of just like darker tone actresses that are well known. I feel like Gabrielle Union, Ryan Destiny is an actress, but she's not as well known. Maybe Kelly Rowland. And then what's her name? That was, you guys help me. Angela Bassett are probably the most well known ones at this point. And maybe Issa Rae. I see her as more of a producer than an actress, I guess, but Issa Rae, she's gorgeous. She's like stunning. Like her face, her features are just, I don't know, mind blowing. She's just very, she would be, people talk about exotic features. She would be my definition of exotic, Issa Rae, because of her prominent features, and she's just gorgeous. Anyway, now I'm just chatting and we're getting off topic. Okay, last comments in here are I was thinking to create content on my channel. First video tutorial how to sit in a chair. How about you're just trying to make me laugh, aren't you? How to sit in a chair. You know what's funny, Pow Pow? I feel like that would get a lot of views. I just feel, for some reason, I just feel like it would be that random video that gets pushed out into the algorithm and everyone's watching it. Like the strangest videos on YouTube and TikTok and whatever get pushed. Instagram, things kind of make sense. It's like, yeah, I get this. YouTube and TikTok, I even my videos where I'm like the ones that perform better, I'm just like, really? Okay, whatever. But if you do that, please do let me know. Pow pow. Let us know. Oh, thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. You're so kind. You are welcome into the chat anytime. This is what I like to see. Love the positive energy, and I will take compliments all day long. Um, my channel should be called Jessica's Tea and Chat. Gossip? I don't really do a lot of gossip, but maybe that'll be another venture. I'm gonna save that name. Jessica's Tea and Chats. Gossip. Okay. If I get into that, that's gonna be the name. All right, you all. Thank you all for being here. I need to actually do some work. I need to finish up some work and then have a long night ahead of me. I will be at the gym for 2 hours and I already feel tired. I'm already tired. Like at this point, I'm tired, but I'm going to have some days off. I'm going to have tomorrow and Friday and potentially Saturday off from the gym. So, hey, it's worth it. So, anyway, I hope you all have a good night. I could be rich on YouTube for that kind of tutorial. That's funny. If you do, we're going to learn all about it. We are. Um, am I creating another channel? I do have another channel. One of them is at 1K subscribers and it is anonymous. The other one is all about aerial silks. And so at some point in the next month, I'll share that with everyone, the links to those channels. But right now, it's just like, my baby projects. I want to be consistent with them before I share. You'll be here tomorrow? Okay, cool. I will see you tomorrow. Are you going to polish your resume? Say I led a law firm in a bank. Oh my gosh, Michael, you are hilarious. Thank you all for being here. Enjoy the conversation. This was awesome. Appreciate Michael, Pow Pow, King of Kill, Cassandra, Gadget Goddess, everyone that came in today. Cassandra came in today. Laura came in here first. So I appreciate all of you being here. And I will see you all tomorrow as we have our little chit chat. All right, bye.